It was 13 Crips from my neighborhood. 2 of them is dead, 11 is alive. And I had a chance to do a piece on him. And I've been talking to Cassis. He's one of the guys. And you know, he signed an album for every one of the Crips that was there, and nobody know what album's at. Oh, and they worth a lot of money. Yeah, they was in the beat video.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Real life street stars, man. Let's go. We got another one, man. And again, we don't like to throw the word out there, man. But we got what is considered a legend out of the city of Fort Worth. For today, I'm glad we got a blue couch.
Yeah, that's right.
For today, I'm glad we got a blue couch.
Yeah, got my blue on.
Yeah,
got my blue book.
Come on now. Come on now.
Blue glasses.
Come on.
Man, stop. Quit playing, man.
Man, we got him in the building, man. OG L.A. Ron, man. For those that are deaf, dumb, stupid, living on the rock, may not know about you, please tell them, reintroduce yourself, tell them who you are, and tell them what it is that people may know you from in the city.
Well, my name is Rich Rolling Ragtop, Rolls Royce Rollers Ron. That's what they call me in L.A., but you can call me Ron. I'm from South Central Los Angeles, between Florence, Hooper, Central, and Gage, pretty much the heart of South Central Los Angeles. And I did 33 years in the feds, and I've been out a year and a half, and I got my own YouTube, and just blessed to be here with the brother from Real Street Stars. Real Life Street Stars.
What's the name of your YouTube channel real quick?
OG L.A. Ron. That's what you looking me up on the YouTube. Story time with OG L.A. Ron.
Well, we about to go through some story times right now, man. First and foremost, I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you blessing the couch. What I know is that there seems to be a loss in history. You know, we do this thing called Real Life Street Stars,
right?
Where we actually try to bring real life street stars on this couch. People that actually been in these streets, live the realest of lives, and actually live to tell about it, because you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So for those that don't know, and again, you got to get your history, because, you know, I think you might be 50 years into this, what they call cripping. Exactly. You're 50 years into this thing. So a lot of people don't know the history of how it started. I want you to do 2 things for me. I want you to speak on being in South Central L.A., being out there, as far as how it started back then, but also how it even got over to Fort Worth, how the history of the Bloods, the Crips, early on, because it seems to be, I don't want to get lost in translation, and I think you have some knowledge that needs to be put up on the people. So if you don't mind, let's start with the West Coast, as far as your history, as far as how the Crips, the Bloods, the you know, what do we consider OG Cripping, how that came about from your eyes.
Well, actually, I'm from a neighborhood that's where we call East Coast Crips, but we're on the West Coast. Raymond Washington grew up in my neighborhood. He got killed in my neighborhood. And I was just so happened to be a youngster that looked up to Raymond. I looked up to a lot of brothers in my community. I looked up to Cassis. I look up to a lot of homies in my neighborhood. I look up to Beaver from Kitchen. I look up to a lot of guys in my neighborhood, because Cripping started in my neighborhood, but it evolved around the country. It's Crips in every city in the United States, even in Japan, China, Jamaica, and Belize.
For your knowledge, it started
on 70. You can say it started on 74th or 73rd or 68 in Hooper, or either, because Raymond lived it on 78, but it pretty much started in that area. It ain't just like he started a fire, but he did. But, you know, he started a big thing. He used to be at the Real Rogers Park a long time ago, and it used to be Watts Stack. Used to throw concerts up there. And I want to give a shout out to all the boys from Watts and just the whole Watts period, because that's our community. And there's a lot of things going to Watts Tower. You know, Nipsey was kind of like went to school over there. But we got a lot of guys that come out of our neighborhood, Egyptian Lover, you know, a lot of rappers and stuff like that. Fat Larry out of he was with, don't even worry about it. But yeah, man, I just like to talk about gangs in my neighborhood. We all started off around the same time. And it was like years before me, but it ended up spreading all the way across the country.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how quickly, from your eyes, did it spread? In what ways did it spread? Was it through the drug game? Was it through movies and entertainment? Was it through the music?
But actually, majority of the guys from Los Angeles is actually from Louisiana or Texas or Arkansas. So every summer we go back, or what summers we did go back, or we always had an auntie come out there. That's how it got back and forth. So when crack came out, you would call down and say, what y'all doing there? And they say, well, we doing this. And you would go down there because you can sell it cheap. You can make more money in the country than in the city. So everybody had it in the city. So we start spreading out across the country.
It's interesting. We had a Freeway Ricky Ross up here, and he had mentioned that he's from Texas.
He's from Tyler, Texas.
Yeah, he's from Tyler, Texas, and then went out to the West Coast and jumped it up. As you mentioned, was a lot of people from outside coming in? Just
well, you can tell by your neighbors. One set of my neighbors was from Arkansas. Another set was from Indiana. But everybody from L.A., they pretty much tell you where they came from. Because, they just didn't born there. A lot of them came there and raised their families.
From your knowledge, when you first get put down on the set and you first start a gang, did they give you guidelines as far as history of why the gang started? Like what?
Well, no, not really. What they tell me was that when Raymond Washington was in the youth authority or in the pen, the guys from the Bay Area, because all the state prisons is in the Bay Area, so they had a foothold because it's their backyard, the BGFs and stuff like that. So they didn't want to give Raymond a piece of the pie. But so many people from LA was going to jail into the Bay Area that they didn't let Raymond do anything. So Raymond started his own thing. And that's how Crips got so big, because if you deny somebody something, that make them want to push even harder.
Was the Crips the biggest gang in LA? And how close were the Bloods possibly taking over?
Wow. You know what's so crazy, right? When I was growing up, you had a thing called 60 Outlaws. They 5'9", pretty much the area now, but back in the days, they had a big blood community. They had the big outlaws and the baby outlaws, and we couldn't go past Gage because, the Slauson South Bethune Park used to be the Slausons, but it evolved to the Bloods, and then eventually Big Quake came up there one night and they took over the whole park, and that's why Crips been over there ever since.
Shout out Big Quake.
Oh yeah, Big Quake, yeah.
Shout out Big Quake. But what was the rules, man? If ever a Crip wanted to holler at a Blood female, or a Blood want to holler at a Crip female, from school or whatever, what was how did it play out, normally?
Well, it's all Crips girls want to test the Blood flavor, and the Crip girl want to test the other flavor. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of guys that got Damo girlfriends, baby mamas and stuff like that. It's just I think it's just the adrenaline that you sneaking into another hood, messing with the enemy's wife, enemy's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's like war. How many babies you gonna have over there? And because when I was in federal prison, a lot of guys would come up to me and say, "Hey, Fish, ain't you from East Coast?" I'm like, "Yeah." He say, "My daddy from East Coast," but they Bloods. Yeah, it's crazy.
From your memory, what was the biggest either situation that happened, whether it's a fight, shootout, maybe at a school, kids involved, picnic, funerals? What's the biggest situation for you to say, like, man, this thing is really, just looking at the black community, now that you have wisdom now, looking back, like, man, this thing really was out of hand back then?
Well, one of the biggest things that happened in my community was I grew up in front of Goodyear tires. Yeah. And when they moved to Africa because of cheaper labor, all the jobs left. And it left a big old hole in people being employed. And that gang just started from there. I don't know how it happened, but I know all of a sudden it was so much business around Goodyear that when they left, it was just everybody with a free fall because people moved there to actually work there.
So Goodyear leaving left that big of a void.
Yeah, left a big void of jobs. And then a lot of guys that have moved there, came there from Louisiana, whatever, it just opened up a big old floodgate because we was all youth and the daddies wasn't working or a lot of them moved and stuff. But we was all there in that congested area from downtown to Carson, and it started a big old thing because we couldn't move. We couldn't live on the west side at first. We all lived on the east side. It was called a red lighting.
Yeah.
And after that, that's how so many blacks got over there.
In the movie Colors, How accurate do you feel the movie Colors was of the LA gang culture?
Well, actually, I think Colors, a lot of my homeboys was in Colors, just like they was in Beat It. DJ Quick say...
Wait, Beat It was a bunch of gang, like real gang members?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought that was...
No, it was 13 Crips from my neighborhood. 2 of them is dead, 11 is alive. And I had a chance to do a piece on him. And I've been talking to Cassis. He's one of the guys. And he signed an album for every one of the Crips that was there, and nobody know what album's at.
Oh,
and it's worth a lot of money. Yeah, we was in the Beat. They was in the Beat It video. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So back on the movie Colors. How accurate was the movie? So,
well, you got to understand this. The movie was real accurate because the mafia never came to L.A. They was everywhere else. So if the mafia couldn't come in L.A. and they was everywhere else, they can stop the Crips and Bloods if they want to, but they don't want to because it makes so much money. How could you stop the mafia, one of the most powerful gangs in the United States, and you can't stop the Crips and Bloods? That's how L.A. is. The police is the gang. They're the real gangsters. And
that's what I'm about to speak on next as far as, again, a lot of our viewership is probably too young to remember, L.A. riots and, everything
Right,
of Rodney King and all
right.
that. How harsh was it? Like, just you being a young man growing up in L.A. and you see a police driving by, like, how harsh were they on the black, either gay, just a black individual, just a young black male or whatever?
Well, it depends. You got 2 types of police in Los Angeles. You got the L.A. sheriffs and you got the LAPD. The L.A. sheriffs is a bunch of white boys that came from down south or whatever. They all look the same. They all got the same size. They just like KKK in the uniform. And they would beat you up. They done killed a lot of people in L.A. with the chokehold. They all allowed the chokehold. And they are one of the biggest gangs in Los Angeles.
Do you have an experience yourself, or are there anybody that you know, any homeboys, whatever?
Do you really want to know about a story about the police?
I mean, hey, again, we're trying to bring realism to this.
Okay. I seen the police slap my mother before. And we fought the police.
Wait, hold on. Do you know the backstory behind what happened? Were you there? Did you see? Yeah,
I'll tell you exactly what happened. They had a store around the corner from my house. And back in the days, they had these soda trucks and these trucks that sell cosmetics. And they be open. They don't really be closed like they is now. And we used to steal sodas and stuff off the truck. And one day somebody stole a bunch of stuff off the truck, but they ran by our house and went to the next house. And the police came around there, but they didn't know they went. So they ended up at our house. So they got to ask my mom and them, where did their guys go? Did they come in here? And they like, nah, they ain't coming here. So my mom was trying to push him out the door, and the police put his foot in the door, and he slapped my mom, and we all started fighting the police.
God.
I was a little kid, and it kind of like made me, want to be a little different, want to make me rebel against law enforcement. But that happened when I was in elementary school. If you go back and look at the records, you can go to the Firestone Police Department, which they moved, and you can look up the police records. I arrested my mom and took majority of them to jail. And we was fighting in there. We was early in the morning. Oh, wow. And that's one of the stories that I have, fighting the police as a youngster. And it's another one where a guy named Trip Box, they fought the police. And we got one of the guys that's one of the best karate guys in our neighborhood. He taught. He did sparring with Bruce Lee. His name's Ethan. I did a piece on him. He fought the police too.
He sparred with Bruce Lee?
Yeah, he was working on some of the movies he sparred. Yeah, yes, sir. His name's Ethan.
And he fought the police?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm assuming he won.
He's a Vietnam vet. He's still alive. I can show you some stuff.
Yeah, I'm assuming he must have won. God.
Well, they really didn't kill him because he was a veteran. And they knew that he came back from Vietnam. And he's still over there, but he cut cars and stuff. That's one of the guys that been in our neighborhood making lowriders for forever.
What was one of the most, for those that don't know and never been to L.A., what was or what is one of the most active gang streets? I would say one of the most active is pretty much our neighborhood in Florence. That's the Latino gang. They one of the most, because it runs all the way from that way to that way. So they one of the most
gangs that's kind of like active, but back in the days, we all hung together. Then they start getting into it, but that is one of the most active Mexican gangs. But I haven't really noticed a lot of active other gangs besides East Coasts and the other ones. Because, I've been away for so long. I really wasn't in L.A. prisons.
You mentioned the mafia couldn't get into L.A., as far as the gangs were there.
Right.
Then therefore, the drug trade came in. For you, as far as what you saw as being affiliated and, maybe dabbling into yourself, what was the drug of choice as far as to sell back then? Like, as far as, this is before, I'm assuming this is before the crack era?
Right.
Yeah, so what was the drug of choice back then prior to the crack era?
And I also wanted to mention Whitey Bulger, who he had in L.A. for 30 years because they knew he wouldn't be there. Remember?
That's why, that's why they wouldn't go,
because they know the mafia don't go there.
Man.
And the drug of choice before cocaine was pretty much PCP. They called it angel dust and it evolved to, PCP. Now,
when it came to, again, like I said, we had Freeway Ricky in here, and he said, it opened up for him. And he himself used a lot of gang members to, get it off on the streets. For you yourself, did you see like selling dope as a way of providing or as a way of obtaining what, when you see a Raymond and you see, the heads maybe either looking flashy or whatever it is, or is it for you like, hey, I'm going to get into the game too because I'm going to get in, make this money, get out?
A lot of people look at Freeway Rick, you look at Waterhead Bo, you look at Melvin Butler, you look at Huncho. These guys is big in those areas. So when you have these guys that's major drug dealers, the neighborhoods they live in is gangs there. I never knew Rick as being a gang member, but the majority of his people that he lived in his neighborhood was Hoovers. You know what I'm saying? So Waterhead Bo is out the 60s, but his majority of the distribution, his stuff was 60s. So you got to understand, a lot of these people is kin to people. Just like a lot of blacks is kin to people in the NBA, NFL. So that's how a lot of this stuff pulls into a gang affiliation, just like the rap have. It evolves into gang affiliation, and everybody has some family members incarcerated. So that's how that happened.
When you watch, and again, it's a fictitious story, but it's pulling out of, some of the real that happened, like a Snowfall.
Right.
And you've seen them move to, I think they went to Little Rock, Arkansas. A lot of the drug flow went there. From your knowledge and from your history, where did it go? Was it Vegas? Was it Texas? Was it Louisiana? Was it Arkansas? Did it get to the East Coast? Like, as far as when people say, hey, I'm going to leave L.A. and go spread my wings elsewhere, where were they normally going back then to even bring the gang culture to either the Midwest or the East Coast or down south or wherever? Well,
actually, when you look at the banging in Little Rock, that's one of my homeboys that was about.
I got some family on that. My family's from Little Rock.
Well, I know some people from Pine Bluff.
Yeah, man, my family's from Pine Bluff as well. Cotton plant, all that. So, I seen two of my cousins was on that back in the 90s. Yeah,
I think one of my homies from 5'9", that was him that was in that banging in Little Rock. But I ran into a lot of guys in the federal prison that had been all around. But you asked me about how the drugs get all. Yeah. Okay, so. Actually, when I first started going out of town, I went with Melvin Butler. We went to Vegas. That's how we start. But you have to have a way to get drugs out of L.A. Because, Florida got their own thing and we had our own thing. And it was the stuff was cheaper. So you want to get it to cities where you can make more money. So I first went to Las Vegas with Melvin Butler. And then Melvin Butler running to Rayford Evans in Vegas, because a lot of people go to the fights in Vegas, and that's how people start meeting each other. Just like now, I talk to people all over the country because I met them in the feds. If they would have never put me in jail, I wouldn't know all these guys. So when they put me in the feds, I know dudes, man. I mean, I know dudes from Alaska. That's Crips, you know. It's crazy, man. One day we'd be able to talk about it. One day we'd be able to, you know, talk about. I mean, even the smallest towns got gangs.
Yeah, nah, we say Alaska. I'm like,
Yes, sir. Yeah, Alaska, Belize, Jamaica. I know Crips all over there. Bloods too.
Yeah, no, man. They spell Eskimo with a C.
That's what like Samoans and stuff like that. Man. Yeah, them Samoans is big, you know, kind of big in LA too.
Now, if you don't mind, you spoke on before we get to the Fort Worth part of things. Well, actually, I want to speak on that now. To Fort Worth, you know, and this is hell. What year is this? You come to Fort Worth?
I came in the 80s.
Yeah. What can you explain the landscape of what Fort Worth was back then?
When I came to Fort Worth, Billy Ray had just got busted. They had his Billy Ray case is real difficult because a lot of people don't know that the guy that got busted in Billy Ray case, he never stopped coming back and forth, even though he had got busted, but he didn't tell Billy Ray. So Billy Ray kept doing his thing. That's why he had so many counts, so many charges. But the investigation was still going on because Billy Ray had all his businesses there when I got there. You know, because I was going to Pine Bluff, but I had a layover in the DFW. You see what I'm saying?
You weren't supposed to be in Fort Worth.
Right. I was going, but my ex-wife's people was from Fort Worth. But what happened was I had an auntie that was a newscaster in Pine Bluff, and her husband killed. You might have heard about that. He killed her. He was a jealous husband, killed my auntie. That was in Pine Bluff. She was a news reporter. Her name was Stephanie.
Okay.
So when I got here, it was like a 3-4 hour layover because we didn't do the direct flight. We did the cheapest one.
Yeah.
So when I landed here, I asked my girl, I said, hey, don't you got some people in Fort Worth, in Texas? She said, yeah. I said, tell them to come pick me up. So they came and picked me up and he took me to Fort Worth. That's how I got to Fort Worth. But I didn't been to other places. It's just that I got busted here. But when I got here, I seen that you really can't see it, but you can imagine if I can put my technique down that I've been using in these other cities in LA to work all over the country. So I had a format, a blueprint to use. I'll tell you about it one day.
Yeah, I'm about to say, can you speak? Hey, you know, my next question gonna be like, can you speak?
Hey man, you gotta buy the book, man. Come on, man. You gotta buy the book. We got a movie coming out.
Yeah.
We got a concert we finna do live stream all over the world.
Right,
man,
right.
Ron got some things going on. Me and Coop got some things.
Yeah.
You got a unique perspective. You got OG L.A. Ron, you too. Come on, man. You got to come on.
Yeah,
man.
I'm about to say,
you gotta
can't
buy
give
the
it
book,
all.
man.
Can't give it all.
I can't give all of it up, bro.
But basically, you saw an opportunity.
Man, it look. I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. Did you remember the movie Scarface?
Yeah.
That's the movie that I love. Yeah. But let me tell you something, man. It's a part in the movie where I have a issue with this because when Scarface seen the kids in the car with the family, he didn't blow the car up because he respected the kids. Yeah. But you got some guys out here, homie. They disrespect the dead, they disrespect the kids, and we're not going for that, homie. It's a guy was saying F the little girl that got killed over there, but in the movie Scarface, homie, he respected that. And we respect that. We drug dealers, but at the same time, we have morals and principles. So when you say something about a little girl that ain't got nothing to do with none of this, you crossing the line, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I ain't even gonna go there, homie. But the thing is, I'm a Scarface movie. I read the book. The book is better than the movie.
I'll talk to him.
And that is I'm not gonna say my Bible, but that is the book that a lot of us really go by. So
when it comes to the movie,
excuse me, I ain't mean to go.
No, I love it. When it comes to the movie, what is your favorite thing about the Scarface movie that made you that kind of outside of that part right there? What was it about that movie? Because I hear a lot of people love to watch it up until the end and they turn it off.
Man, you got to listen to it, man. You got to be listen. I'm gonna tell you the favorite part I like. I like when they was at the compound in Sosa and Scarface was right there. He was like, he seen the dude in the helicopter. He said, you know, he sent the brothers to prison. You know, there's some brothers over here that just got out of jail. They call Edward and Joe. They the brothers over there or in Fort Worth. I forgot their last name. And when he said he sent the such and such brothers to prison for life. And that's what some dudes did to these brothers over here in Fort Worth. They just got out. Yeah. The Centello brothers. When I seen that part where he say, I don't know about you because you was hanging with this Giovanni, this guy. He said, you was hanging with this guy. I don't know about you. And Scarface threw on the thing and said, look, man, all I have is my balls. You know, I don't know nothing. This rat might have set me up first time. And that movie, man, and that part right there showed me, man, he was with a rat that he didn't know was a rat. And he was like, nah, man, if you want to deal with me, you deal with me. You want to do business with me? If you do business and you don't want to move with me, then you don't move. But that part of the movie, homie, where he took an opportunity to get his plug, because that's the thing a lot of people want, the plug. Freeway Rick had one. Yeah. You know, he had the plug, but I never had a plug. That's what makes me... But anyway, man, I tell you about that. Yeah. I never had a plug like that. Freeway Rick had a plug with Nicaragua Contra scandal. Yeah. He had everybody with a major plug. Rick had it. I never had. I always been a hustler. I get my streets from other stuff from other guys in the street. Yeah. That's how I made so much money. I know dudes, James Beasley, all these guys had big connections. I never had a big connection, but I got wealthy. I ain't talking about rich. Rich is hammering them for 5, 6 years. My money was long. Yeah. Feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, I didn't never had no big connection and I survived because I used a thing called, oh my goodness.
Yeah, come talk to him. Real life street stars.
Man, come on, man. I gotta go, man.
He said, come on, man. But all right. Well,
hey, it's a cold piece because everybody want to make stuff bigger than what it is. Let's say they got a thing called blow up. Yeah. Blowing up drugs, that's how you make your money. When you put cut on cocaine, that's how you make your money. Thanks. But a person might sell you this for $15,000, but you put some cut on, you're going to make a lot of more. So, and that's what I specialized in. But one day we'll be able to talk about it.
Man, now let's do it like this. The landscape of Fort Worth, because again, what I want to do is an education to teach them a little bit. What was the gang culture when you got here? Crips, Bloods. What did it look like? Was it already here? Who were some of the notables at that time?
When Christopher Columbus first came to America, who was here?
Yeah, right.
So when he seen it, that the Indians shake hand this way, he said, "They ain't got no guns." I come to a state that's a gun carrying state. So guess what? When I seen the opportunity to do what I need to do and put my game down, I say, okay, these guys don't have this. Yeah. Feel me? So if they don't have this, I ain't worried about them other guys. I know what I know. I know what I can do. So what I did what I can do. Mm-hmm. And they stopped me though. You know, the DA, they stopped me, but they didn't catch me. I never been busted.
So how does that work? Because
I went to prison on hearsay, homie. The Cuban dude say he sold me drugs. I ain't sell nobody nothing. I ain't had no money, I ain't had no phone call, and I ain't had no drugs, and had a life sentence. That what made me so mad, because at night, I went to bed every night wanting to kill somebody. See, the other dudes went to jail every night talking about, man, if I wouldn't have sold that dude this, if I wasn't in that sting operation, I wouldn't have got, but I wasn't in no sting. They debriefed this dude. Bootnose is on my case. Me and Bootnose got the same case. The same dude told on him, told on me. Victor. His name is Victor. I ain't going to tell you the last name. You might get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, wait. How many people was part of when you...
I could have brought you down. We got a 30-something man indictment.
30-something, goddamn.
Yes, sir. And guess who on the top? One they couldn't catch. They ain't call me doing nothing. I'm going to live with that and I'm going to die with it. That's why I don't mind telling my story, homie. I went to prison for what they say I did. But that's why I don't mind telling my story, because I didn't go to prison for getting busted. They couldn't catch me in L.A.
You had a paid lawyer. How much did you pay for your lawyer?
I shouldn't have paid him nothing.
I'm assuming he had a payday and he didn't win the case for you, or you always trying to get lesser time, like maybe a 25 or something. Getting a life sentence, that means somebody failed. Somebody failed.
Ain't nobody failed.
Okay.
Ain't nobody failed. That's the system, homie. Will you let me do open heart surgery on you?
Shit, are you an open heart surgeon?
Okay, well, no, I ain't no doctor, right?
Oh, then nah.
But watch this here. But why would you let 12 jury members decide your fate? They ain't no lawyers. They don't even know the law.
That is facts.
And we letting them every day come in there and decide our fate. 12 people that don't even know the law. You know why they found me guilty? Because they say I had so much money. Majority of the people in the jury is one, two checks from losing their property, losing their home. Look what happened with COVID. They ain't had no money. So when you go to jury trial, and these people talking about they was giving him $6,000 every 3 days or $8,000. He got caught with a Mercedes, a Benz. Them folks, they gonna find you guilty. You ain't even got to do nothing. It's just the culture, the way they set the court up to make you look bad.
Yeah, this was a
Mercedes. His lawyer costs $100,000. If they put your lawyer on the stand and say, "Man, how much money did he pay you?" When you asked me about that, I wanted to say, "Bro, take it easy." If they really want to reverse someone, they say, "All right, put his lawyer on the stand." Okay, how much money did he pay you? Well, he paid me $100,000. Okay, how could a guy that don't have a job give you $100,000?
That's where it starts. Mm-hmm. And first of all, what year is this for those?
This is 91.
91 Mercedes. I'm just kidding.
I ain't have all that. I had a car lot.
Damn.
I was the first Negro see, everybody talk about L.A. Ron this, but what about when I was the first Negro in the jewelry store in Crown Bazaar in Fort Worth? And I used to go out here to Keith's Bazaar and mess with Muhammad. He had a jewelry store. And in L.A. they got the swap meet. And I know all these guys, we all had jewelry stores. Damn. They didn't say nothing about the group homes I had for the mentally retarded. They didn't say nothing about the real estate I had in Fort Worth. They don't talk about the car lot, the body shop, and the motorcycle shop I had in Fort Worth. They took 9 businesses from me. They took 50 cars from me that I all had on payment. I financed my own cars. And I was doing that in my 20s.
Damn. So do you feel like, again, this is the feds. They're targeting you.
I don't care.
They're looking at you
Nah. Them dudes robbed me, kidnapped me, and threw me in prison. You ever seen the movie, The Count of Monte Cristo?
Yes. Boom.
That's my story.
No, that's real. No, that's real. I seen both. Yeah.
See, we was in slavery because they caught so many of them. They might as well put everybody. Ain't nobody gonna say. How many people you think in prison? How many black people you think in prison right now?
You mean number wise?
Yeah. How many people you think in prison as a majority?
Bare minimum, I'm gonna say 2 million.
Okay, half of that is blacks. Yeah, we 54% of the population. And guess how much money they make? You talking to Kunta about it? Guess how much money they make off each prisoner?
Oh, billions.
No, one prisoner a day. How much you think it costs? Let's say $100.
Let's say $100. Let's say
$100 times 1 million is how much?
Oh, damn! You got me doing quick math.
That's $100 million, right?
Boom, there you go.
They make that just off us. A day. That's bigger than any Fortune 500 country. And it takes $1 million combined of all other races together to make $1 million. Damn. But why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? So when they threw me in jail, I figured out it's all about the money. Yeah. It's a business.
Yeah. Business.
They make $100 million a day just on blacks.
So all your businesses, they took that from you as you went in, or were you the land, your real estate?
If they take the head, the body gonna die. They took me.
Yeah.
Governor Aaron Richards was talking about me.
Damn.
Yeah, you asked the fly jock Tom Joyner. He was talking about me on the radio one morning. He think I didn't hear him. Oh, this dude came all the way from California. He got all these group homes for the mentally retarded. I was the only nigga in Fort Worth with a group home. Now everybody got them. I was doing that 35 years ago.
Damn. You went in with money, though. I'm assuming you had something stashed away, cash.
Okay, let me ask you this here.
Go ahead.
If I give you $1 million right now, what you gonna do with it? In the first 30 seconds? first 30 minutes?
Bank.
You ain't. Oh, what you gonna take it to the bank?
I'm gonna take. Yeah.
And guess what they gonna say?
Where you
You
get it
can't
from?
even take $10,000.
Yeah. Where
you gonna take $1 million?
Where you get it?
Don't quit playing.
Yeah, what is paper? Now, hey, if you gave me a duffel bag of cash, yeah, that is going under the bed. It's going under the bed.
Guess what? What if the rats eat it? What if the house burn up? What if the nephew nieces come and steal off? We don't have nowhere to put our money.
Man.
That's the problem I had.
Damn.
I didn't have nowhere to put cash. And a lot of people had that problem. A lot of blacks, a lot of people that sell drugs had that problem because that's how America is set up. That's why they gave me 5 counts of tax evasion.
Damn. Yeah, man. Education.
Exactly.
And again, I hate to speak in hypotheticals because you got hit with a life sentence. But if you could have did one thing differently back then, just if anything, what would you have done different?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. This is the last question, right?
I want to bring Kunta in, but
oh yeah. Come on, Kunta. I wish I wouldn't have been born.
Damn, nah, you can't say it like that, man. I mean, you're here for a real reason.
Yeah, but guess what? I had to go through that to get to this. But I wish I wouldn't have been born and I wouldn't have to do all this and I wouldn't be here. But I'm here now.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Okay. All right, let me bring in let me have Kunta sit down.
What's up, brother?
Boom, OG Kunta.
What's good?
OG. Kunta, if you don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself, man, for those that are deaf, dumb, stupid, living under a rock.
Kunta, OG Kunta, Fort Murder Worth, Texas, East Side, Pilot, 8th Street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm the aftermath of Big Brother L.A. Run. You know, he came in the 80s. I came in the 90s. You know,
Cuzzo Link from the 2000s.
We got another partner. I just want y'all to see the next generation. Hey, Lee, come up here right fast, bro. This just, for the sake. Let me unlock this here.
Yeah. I got Cuzzo Link introduce himself real quick, man. Post it right there real quick.
This 2000, you know what I'm saying? This Crippin' from 2000, you know what I'm saying? This the 90s.
Hold on, wait. Let the man sit down, because you all off camera.
Okay, you say. Okay. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Go ahead, introduce yourself, Link.
It's Cuzzo Leak, a.k.a. Mr. Say What These Niggas Scared to Say, man. Terran Cannon Baby, man. It's out right now. Go check it out, man.
That's right.
Man, now for real, man. We seen you on Spade TV. Turn it up. So this is the 80s, 90s, 2000. This is 3 generations, man, of
Crip.
straight Crip. Man, come on now. All right, well, let's do it like this. If you don't mind, Kunta and Link and again Ron, what would y'all say right now is the status of Fort Worth in general? People look at Fort Worth. We've seen. I think it was OG Percy and Real Tune had some kind of situation going on where there was a discrepancy about how Crippin' started in Fort Worth. Where I don't know what got taken out of context, but something happened to where they were trying to explain. Or Percy, they had, some had came out that, hey, this is that ain't no truth to that. Explain what that was, and if you don't mind, what is the status of Fort Worth right now when it comes to this gangsterism?
First of all, I'm gonna say this, and I know I speak not just for Fort Worth, but I speak for Texas when it comes to California, and the people that's surrounding us, that don't understand what we doing in Texas, because it's not just a Fort Worth thing. It's a Texas thing. It's not just, HCG is not just in Texas. HGC is not just in Texas. It's all over the place. You got HCGs. I don't know, about the GCs, but in Texas, it's a lot of HCGs here. Now, the thing here with us is that we can't be led by blind people. I mean, let me just give you a prime example of like dirty laundry, right?
Yeah.
You come over my house and, you tell me, hey man, your house dirty, man. You need to clean it up. This ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. Right?
Yeah.
But then you say, come over to my house because I don't want to be at your house because your house dirty, right? But then you invite me to your house and your house is more even dirtier than mine.
Come on. Come on.
So how can the blind lead the blind? If you gonna lead me to something, or if you gonna lead Texas to anything, lead us to better. We don't want to turn back the clocks to worse, you see.
Yep.
And the narrative is this with Hoover, you know, with us from Fort Worth. We love Hoover. We love Crip more than anything, see. Because, see, Cripping is really important in Fort Worth. It's not just about Hoover and Fort Worth, because Hoover don't just consist of Fort Worth just don't consist of Hoover. It consists of a bunch of Crips, you know.
Yeah, it's good to chill.
No, it's grab a stool, Cuzzo. Yeah, grab a stool, Cuzzo.
Pull y'all seat up just a little bit so you can get back there.
Okay, yeah, there you go, Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Is he in there now?
Yeah, so Texas, you know, we pretty much, we don't got, with the whole thing with Percy, you hear me, and Real Tunes, how they, you know, kind of got the narrative mixed up. I just say this much, you know, a lot of people went to outside sources instead of coming to us. Instead of asking questions to people who were more qualified to answer those questions, they went to people who pretty much didn't know much. So when you ask somebody who don't know a lot about something that's very serious, you're not going to really get a very accurate answer, or you might get some straight up gang goofy information, you know. So I'm not trying to insult nobody. I'm not trying to throw no shade, because, you know, hopefully L.A. Run is finna, overlook a sit down between me and Percy, because, you know, we've been going at it on this internet, which makes us both, you know, look stupid. But the whole ideal is we want to show in the city of Fort Worth that even inside of our differences, we still can find common ground and come together, you know.
So I got to say this because, Ron, you have mentioned, of course, speaking on children, the individuals that, you know, will speak on a child's death, but then we don't want to not address the problem at hand as far as why are the young dudes out here crashing out in the first damn place? Why aren't we sitting them down? Why aren't we grabbing them?
Well, let me explain this here. You know, it says you reap what you sow. I sold a lot into these streets. Now I'm able to reap it because I had in the streets, I did a lot of stuff in L.A. and Vegas, different places. But, you know, gang banging has become a brand. And now it's time for, I don't really get mad at the youngsters because I see what they doing, but I'm an older guy now and I'm trying to sell this as a brand because I have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do that. I got this book right here. You know what I'm saying? And when the young guys know at the end of the day, it's not about blue and red, it's about green. You feel me? So I got the YouTube, I got a movie coming out, and Snoop is a Crip, and he was in the Olympics, sponsored, doing this Olympic stuff. So evidently, a lot of people is involved with our culture, but I'm just trying to, you know, sell it now.
Yeah, what is it?
This is a book that I put together. It's what's called a table book. And it's just to talk about the East Side where I came from. You know what I'm saying? But I got my own merchandise. But when you make music, I remember when everybody used to look at BET. They used to do the videos. Do you know BET was getting them guys video free? And they was just pushing music out. But this gangbanging is coming to a point where you can make money off of it. But I'm an older gang member, ex-gang member. So now I'm trying to show the youngsters that you can market it. Because I was in the streets, I was in the drug business, I was in the trafficking stuff. But if you don't get what you got, what it is, Snoop got $500 million.
Yeah,
and he's still cripping. He's still crip walking.
Come on.
I got a character called Spinning C. Linko doing his concerts. Cuzzo Link got his own jerseys and stuff, his own stuff. This man running a business. We running a business, man. We ain't out there glamorizing, shooting each other. Yeah. These youngsters need to look at us and say, man, these dudes is role models.
Yeah.
I look up to Gil and Willie as the setting the format of dudes coming out of prison like me, making money. These dudes everywhere. Right. But why we can't do it in Fort Worth? Why we can't make money in Fort Worth? Why we can't use what we got Percy doing something with the other guys and we doing something? We're a team. Yeah. But we finna make some money, man. You remember when Easy say, let's get this money.
Yeah, let's get this money.
Feel me? We NWA, nigga.
Yeah.
We this. So I wish I can put this inside of the young man's mind that we made. They say I wasn't going to be 18, 21. Yeah. I'm 61.
Come on.
And I got book, and I got merchandise. I got dudes in here, man. I got Tookie. I got Big Bub from Six Deuce. These all dudes from the east side.
Come on.
They not here now. This Raymond.
Come on.
This is Big Al. But this is Ronald Fisher's book. And I got Murder and You Said It. So at the end of the day, bro, you can do it, all that stuff. You can talk about us. You can talk about the Crip and all this. But at the end of the day, we talking Crip business. Real business. Economical business.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King says injustice has a twin. What is it? It's economical injustice.
Yeah.
We got some merchandise to sell. What's the name of your platform?
Unique Perspective.
What's your name? Where they can get you at?
On all platforms.
Yeah, about who got the mic? Yeah, okay, yeah.
See,
make sure you can be heard.
We got stuff for sale. We entertainers. We got podcasters. Tell the little youngsters, come on, we gonna help them get some money too. Come on out them streets, bro. My pastor right there.
Come on.
See, let's get this money forward because we the little L.A., man. Quit playing with us.
Come on.
Stop playing with us.
Come on. And let me ask Lick real quick, because you part of the youth. What avenues do you feel need to be implemented into Fort Worth to where, man, we don't see so much? Because again, Fort Worth it was Chirac, Chicago, and it was Fort Worth. Like that's what the nation was looking at. Like, what is going on with this drill music and what's going on with this? And now you in the music business.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. In my city, I can't speak for the other city, but in my city, see a lot of these, what I want to call them YNs, they don't know about the big homie. They don't really know the real OGs, the niggas don't see the ones who started like OG L.A. Run, OG Kunta. They don't know what I'm saying. They don't really know. Like the ones in my hood, they don't know about really know OG Will and OG D-Ream. Them know what I'm saying? Like the youth, they don't really know the big homies and they don't really got respect. Like the Chicago say, like that, they say they ain't got no big homies down there. The young boy down there, that's how they think, that's how they want to be like them. They feel like, man, we ain't listen to no old nigga, you know what I'm saying? We the new, you know what I'm saying? They feel like this our era. Not knowing they walked our path, man, you know what I'm saying? So you see who I'm around them with the OGs, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna soak it all up. That's the problem.
Come on.
The YNs, they don't respect the OG, man. They don't, I ain't gonna say they don't respect them, but they don't even just know of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They seeing the era that was before them, and they just going off that era, you know what I'm saying? The era before them wouldn't even just know OG. These are OGs right here, you know what I'm saying? This they era, you know? I'm 30. I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? Right. So the YN, you say YN, what the age, what? 16 or what, about 20,
25.
25? Yeah. They don't know the OG, man. They don't know what I'm saying. Like when they see this interview with these guys, they don't even know these guys, but they need to see this.
Yeah, do they need to do their history? Like, do they need to ask about, should they be looking like, who was the OGs before us and what were their principles? What did they move like?
Yeah. Like he was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like he was saying about the Scarface movie, you know what I'm saying? On the chat, like if you know what I'm saying, if they knew, that situation wouldn't even happen, man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Lil Running, man. You know what I'm saying? That situation, it wouldn't even went down like that. You know what I'm saying? If they had the guidance and the knowledge to this, they just out here with guns, man. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want to. They don't even want to know the OG. They feel like they the OG. They want to be young OGs now. You don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just skip.
Yeah.
To being an OG, you know what I'm saying? You got to get through it, cuz.
That's facts. If you don't mind, cool. Speak on that for a second, and then also speak on what y'all then put together to try to give them a little more knowledge to bridge this gap.
What I would like to say about this whole scenario with the YNs that I understand is that what we are not doing, this is where respect has been lost at, is that we've been telling all the YNs about this. We never walked them through it, you know. It's easy to tell somebody about danger, but it's a difference when you walk them through it to make sure they avoid it, you see. And I think that's where the communication is basically failing at, is that we too busy as older brothers trying to tell these brothers than to show them, you see. And the way we break that cycle is we need to start getting our boots on the ground and start getting into the community
combat
action with our brothers, you know what I'm saying? These YNs, talking to them and walking with them, not just, you know what I'm saying, talking to them, because they get talked to by their parents, they get talked to by their friends. They get so much talking and so much talking going on, but it ain't no walking.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And if you really want to help somebody out of their problem, if you know about that, you should walk them through the difficulty, not just try to talk them through it.
Yeah. So Fort Worth as a whole, Ron, you out. You know, to you, welcome home, first and foremost.
Thank you, bro.
Welcome home. We got so much more conversation to do. Kunta, of course, you know, you didn't did what you didn't did your time. And a lick, you know, you already putting it down, you know, with the music game and everything. What would y'all like to see going forward? I know we're speaking on it now, but as far as those who watch this, those who integrate themselves in the forward, trying to ask more questions, what would you like to see? What questions need to be asked? What actions need to be taken going forward? Not only from the youth, but even from the older generation too.
How can I make a difference? How can I make a difference? How can I join the movement? How can I support the movement? Because no movement is without support, you know. No movement that can be successful without the support of its people, you see. We need our people to be behind us. L.A. Ron was speaking about a movement in California called, what's that movement called?
Homeboy Industries.
Homeboy Industries. And they got the Catholic Church behind them, you see.
We want the black church to back us.
We want the black church to be behind us. And we not bad Crips. We the good Crips.
Yeah.
That's what we want the world to know. Most importantly, is that we're not the bad Crips. We're the good Crips. We want to help people. We want to see people get help. We don't want to see people destroyed. We don't want to see our community laying, you know, waste. And so many youngsters are going, you know, to prison. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to break the generational curse.
Right. And then thank you for saying that, because like Ron, like you were just saying, pastors and churches may want to stay away from, it's gang activity, but you just mentioned Snoop Dogg, to where how many pastors, how many churches back what he does. And he's repping it on a national level. So if you look at it the same international level.
Yeah.
So you look at it the same way, where you not judge a man by his character, not by what he's trying to, you know, whatever the history of that is. So no, I totally agree. That's really what's needed.
Yes, sir.
And going from there. So with that being said, go ahead and I want you to repeat the name of not only the podcast, but also what each of y'all individually have going on, where they could catch and get this game that's getting put down.
Well, first of all of us are wise guys. We're part of everybody that you know has seen thus far that came from us. We are wise guys. We're part of the Wise Guys Foundation. This is a philanthropist organization that we have put together in Fort Worth. And we also have a LLC, which is called D-Rock, and that's called Direct Restoration of Community. And this is a program that we're started to help brothers that are coming out get better education, better equipped. We believe that the healing process for brothers that are re-entering has to start before they re-enter. So we have instituted a program that's not only going to educate brothers and help them when they get out here, but we're going to start helping them before they even get out. That way they'll be more equipped and more prepared to get out here and be successful. When they do come out here, they will understand the logic of boots on the ground. It won't just be coming out here and you pretty much sleepwalking and you don't have the things that you need. So you revert back into the criminal world. Yeah. And then we're looking at breaking the cycle of turning our children into felons, because, sad to say, as far as the systemic racism of the penal institution, they seem to want to convert Black Native Americans or indigenous melanated people into felons. We know that the ideal of felon perpetuates slavery, because a felon is not rewarded. He's punished,
Yeah.
And we want to stop them from punishing our children at such an early age, because they're converting our kids into felons, which would definitely make it least impossible for them to be successful in society once they get a record. So we have a forgiveness program, and we bring the youngsters, we bring the trouble teens in, and they work the program, and then their case is forgiven.
There you go. I like that.
And they get a fresh start.
I like that.
We're doing that, and then we're going into the community as far as rebuilding the community, because we know that the community was destroyed by our hands, so it has to be rebuilt by our hands. So we have an initiative going with the felons who are coming out of the institution to teach them construction craft and to equip them into the community with the elders whose homes are falling apart, because our community is falling apart, and it's up to us to rebuild it. The city's not going to do it. It's going to take a village to raise and maintain a village.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real.
I wanted to add to that.
Yeah, please.
I want to ask Jeff Bezos, some of these billionaires, because you know Shaq, Warren G, Ice-T, all them follow my page. I want to ask these billionaires to buy the Poly Theater for us. It's for sale. You make $100 million. The state of Texas make $100 million a day on each one of the inmates. They always talking about we don't have money for gang prevention. All that. Y'all got plenty of money. We asking y'all right now to buy the Poly Theater for us or buy the old school that Honey had. Y'all got buildings vacant, been vacant for 30 years. I done seen them. Buy that theater for us so we can turn these kids around, man. So we can start these kids on the right track. We got 3 generations of gangbang, gangbang right here. We need a building. We need a facility. And we ask you right now, some of you billionaires, y'all gave Vance Jones $1 billion, $100 million. Y'all don't want to give us trying to fix the community, buy the theater. They ain't nothing but peanuts. You can write it off.
Come on.
What's up, Oprah?
Come on.
What's up, Bezos? What's up, Snoop? We crippin', we trying to fix it. Well, actually, we need $1 billion. Y'all make $1 billion off us every year for just some Crips.
Give us a chance, because our solution might be the solution that'll work.
It is. We got it.
Give us a chance.
I got 50 years up in
this
there.
to all the brothers and sisters that got money. Check us out. We are D-Rock. You can look me up on Unique Perspective. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to OG L.A. Run. This is Big Bro.
Ronald Fisher. Send me. We need the Poly Theater. I need $100 million too. Give us some money.
Yeah. We
gonna do it right. Yeah. And we need a bank, and we need a grocery store.
And we not going to shake the spoon on the people.
Come on now. Come on now.
Because we got a lot of these so-called organizations out here, and they getting this funding money and all these different aspects to change the community, and they grease in their pockets.
Well, we don't have to wait till someone, gets shot or get killed to start a GoFundMe, man. We could do a fundraiser right here, right now, man. We need to put something together, throw it on the thing, man. Make sure y'all have somebody that run it, and we need to call our arms, because sometimes it is the community that needs to come together, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to call on the community as well. But you're right. These billionaires out here, Shaq live in Texas right now. He live in Dallas. He got a house like, hey, step up.
Follow my page. Get at me, Shaq.
Step up to the plate.
Santa Claus, Black Santa, get at me.
Bring the cameras out if you got to. Whatever you want.
We have a news conference.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
I'm going to go to the guy that I want to be friends
Mr.
with.
Cotton. We want to let Mr. Cotton. Can we bring Mr. Cotton in there too? Mr. Cotton right here. Can we bring him in there? Come on in there, brother. Pat T, come on. This is our crew right here. This is Mr. Cotton right here, man. Yes, sir. Sit on the couch with us. We sit on this couch. This man did 32 years too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got all y'all in camera. We got all y'all in camera.
That is a forward right here.
Come on now.
We doing it, man.
Yeah, we got a call to arms right now. We got a full call to arms right now, man. We doing it the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in the colors of things. Get lost in the movement. Get lost in the end game, in the message. And we're gonna do it the right way. So we're gonna talk off camera about putting something together, because again, even real life street stars need to be involved when it comes to getting this message out and getting changing thing, outreach program for those to be able to reach out and speak, you know what I'm saying, get their minds right. I thank all y'all for coming. I know y'all ain't speak, but I know you done did time.
Cotton, right?
Yeah. Cotton, come on, man.
His famous, daddy famous. He's boxing. That's what we love.
Yeah,
we bad knuckle fighters over here.
Come on now. Come on.
One of the guys I was like incarcerated.
Come on now. Come on now.
Pastor right here.
Like,
come on now.
Brother Eli, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had Eli and you had this man Daddy, and they was like the senseis, the masters.
Come on.
The Shaolin masters that taught all the rival schools.
Look how big that boy fits in. Look at that.
Come on now.
Bro, plenty jaws.
Yeah, don't be modest. Don't be modest. Don't be modest.
Yeah, that's Mr. Cotton right there.
Don't be modest.
Yes, sir.
Nah, with that being said, man, hey, we got to say it, man. Cuzzo Ligman, OG Kunta, man, and of course, the legend, man, OG L.A. Run, man. We got to appreciate it, man. This might be the beginning of something new, man. We got to change the narrative, man, for real. Exactly. But we got to say it, man. All y'all are some real life street stars, man. We salute. Lego.
Shout out Reallyfe street stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.